live now.
Woo!
All right, now I'm just gonna tell everyone, yes, we are live on all the little Discord self-promotion.
We're live. Yes, Master, we're live.
Does this mean I have to be on good behavior?
Yes, yes, you do.
Oh.
Beef
Usually
don't
I
encourage her.
never.
God damn it.
Okay.
Okay. Also, if
But I
you're,
want to be bad.
I mean, you're paying a pirate, so I guess it fits. Also, if your goblin's gonna sound like Peter Lorre, like yes, master, I'm going to
Oh, dear.
scream.
I kind of want to, but
Do
I'm gonna
it.
take it a little
Do
bit.
it.
love that idea.
Do
I think
it.
it's time to grab out the wrapping.
It's time for me to get my astral form, master. I shall become the archer star form. Time to use
to
my
get the
wild
wrap.
shape.
Well, maybe give me
Why
that.
Use my wild shape, Master.
Welcome, one and all, to the first session of our D&D campaign. Your journey will be an exciting and unpredictable high-seas adventure that will take place across the Central Isles, a wide-spanning archipelago with islands scattered about a myriad of 7 oceans, divided and merged with each other, simply known as the 7 Magic Seas, given its name for the surges of wild magic of both shadow and fae nature that affected many sailors who venture within them for too long. There is one rule in the Central Isles. You control the seas, you control the isles, and everyone from warring kingdoms to pirate warlords have taken that rule to heart. In these turbulent times, alliances and territories can alter and change hands by a single cannon blast, spell sling, or blade clash. Each of you are aware of this, and can easily use your might and cunning to bring stability, sow chaos, or just exploit every side to your own advantage. You know, if you succeed in this venture, you will gain fame, power, wealth, and above all, the greatest treasure that the 7 Magic Seas can give you: freedom. Only our players can decide what happens upon their adventure through these tempestuous waters and lands. And if you are dying to see how it will end as I am, and how these adventurers will get through every situation, then come as I tell you the tales of the Central Isles.
Why does this look like the U.S.? At the moment.
Is it just all the forests and mountains?
What are you talking about?
It
This
looks like
This
what?
looks like Florida, if anything.
Why does this look like
I'm
Florida?
This looks like my big toe.
Damn, bro,
I
I,
mean,
didn't
that's
know your toe would look like that.
Dude, you should
see a
see
doctor.
that.
If you've got that much
should see a
vegetation on
doctor.
your toe, there's a problem.
I'm a dragon. You can't help it, okay?
Oh, I get it. Moss grows under his
It's hard to
feet.
clean under my skate.
All right.
It's hard to get underneath my scales. Don't mind me.
All right.
So gross.
And just keep in mind, I'm the cook here.
Sure. So,
Oh god, that's really worse.
all right.
You get a little bit extra protein.
Jesus. Everyone needs a little green in their diet.
Number 15.
No.
Dragonborn foot fungus.
Fuck off.
Last thing you
No.
want in your Dragonborn burger.
No.
Somebody's foot fungus.
All right.
As it
So
turns
we
out-
start off our adventure
Please and thank you.
on the Isle of Vinolmon, in a small town, in a small port town called Gizaro. a dwarven town well known as much for its ale as it is for its sturdy masonry, making it one of the few settlements not to get affected heavily by the tropical storms that sweep the region heavily.
God, this is Florida.
Making it a somewhat ideal place for most who want to settle down away from the turbulence of the heat of Sandora and the turbulence of the western continent of Kumatomi. Or perhaps even start their journey. Each of you are in the town square, minding your own business amidst the traveling population of workers and drunkards, lowlifes, commoners, merchants, and toffs, or aristocrats, basically. As you are all around the town square, we are going to go around the virtual table, we'll call it, describing each of your characters, what they look like, and what they're doing in the town square. So first we're going to start off with Galaxy. Who is your character? What do they look like? And what are they doing?
Oh god, I'm first. Talk about pressure. So I am a paladin dragonborn of the gold variety. So I am a big, strong guy. You know, typical dragonborn looking. If you guys know what a dragonborn is, scaly, a few horns, such as that.
Not like Skyrim.
But he is a paladin, so he is naturally good with healing and stuff like that. Right now he's just kind of looking around, just kind of observing to himself, just kind of, taking in his surroundings.
Wonderful. All right. Next up on the list is Lookfu. Would you like to describe your character and what they are doing? What your character's name is as well.
My character's name is Anu. And he is a human with brown, shortish hair. He's typically always wears a hood. And he has, at times, floating astral hands around him. He's probably just sitting in a corner being edgy, if anything.
All right. As you do that, you see like a little boy, like coming, like a little dwarf boy coming out with a ball that accidentally taps onto your foot, and he's running back to try and guard the ball. I'm sorry, mister.
He would kick it away from him.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Give me a strength check. See how far you can.
Come on.
This is just.
Come on, give it a whiff.
Yes. See how far you throw it.
Strength. I think that's the right button.
Yep.
Oh my god.
You
That
kick it
poor
across.
little boy.
You kick it across the block,
It goes over
You'll get
buildings.
it.
and the kid he's just weeping. Runs away to grab the ball.
So mean.
So, I have a question for the DM.
Yeah.
Can I just like as a thematical or as like
As flavor.
as flavor? Can I just manifest the hands of my ability, but they can't really do anything but practical stuff?
Sure. Like I mean.
Alright.
I mean, you could just have them
Yeah.
basically be the equivalent of Mage Hand, which is this like invisible hand that basically are like an extension of you.
I'm gonna have my hands manifest and cup my ears from the sound of the wailing.
Yeah. Like plug your ears with the fingers.
As my character leans back and crosses his actual arms.
Anybody within a 10-foot radius takes 1d6 of damage.
If my character could smile, he would smile.
Jesus Christ.
They all shriek out in pain.
Oh God. So speaking of shrieking out in pain, I don't know where I was going with that segue. So Phoenix, would you like to tell us your character's name, what they look like, and what they're doing right now?
My character is Fortune. She's a human-looking, though slightly pale woman, just under 6 foot tall. strikingly beautiful with waist-length black hair and stormy gray eyes, wearing black leathers along with a ruffled coat and blouse, sitting in a chair, leaned back with her feet kicked up on the table, one-handed shuffling some cards, just kind of watching the crowd. She sees the boy have to go run away chasing it and just shakes her head. And looks over at whoever did it with a stern, disapproving look.
Yeah. I wonder
Off
who.
to a great start.
Alrighty. Beef. Would you like to tell us your character's name, what they look like, and what they're doing?
Alright, I will do all of that, but in reverse order to keep expectations low. Alright,
Oh, no.
Oh,
so
dear
my
Lord.
my character is a goblin, and not just any goblin, no. He may appear to be a goblin who may be of a nomadic tribe, but you would never guess his class in a million years. He, in fact, is a druid and can heal. So he's of the star children of the star, or whatever that is.
Circle of the Star.
Circle of the Star. That's right. I was thinking of Elden Ring. I don't know why. Anyway, so he is a goblin, and he is very kind of greenish olive skin, and he sits at the max height as like goblins do. He's like 3 foot tall, and he's dressed in kind of like a northern red, kind of almost Viking-esque / mixed with like nomadic aesthetic. And as for his name, no relations, no family ties, nothing, no relations to Gricko or anything like that from any pre-existing franchises. No, is Glorbo.
Glorbo the
And
Goblin.
what he's doing here, he is in search of a cure for his village. His village has come under a rampant sickness, and he does not have the tools or the knowledge to be able to deal with it. It's totally new to him, and along the way, he, through his experimentations, eventually kind of burned his right eye, like near his right eye. He can still see. It's just like he closed it in time to where it just splashed, and it's tucking a good amount of skin. So,
Damn. Alright, and what is your character doing at the moment?
probably looking for an apothecary or the equivalent of someone who has any sort of information on herbal medicines or new age crafts of the sort, and maybe also some sorceries to happenstance.
Alrighty. Give me an investigation check.
All right, I will do that.
Should be under your skills.
I don't got no skills. I only got my personality.
Straight out of college, no skills whatsoever.
Straight out of college, no skills whatsoever.
I thought you-
Perfectly
I
acceptable
thought-
for the army.
I swear to God, I thought you were going to say straight out of Compton or something like that.
Knowing
Fucking
me,
straight out of
Cup.
I might have. Maybe.
Straight out of
Straight out of Goblin Hut.
straight out of Sandora.
Straight out of the
you
Goblin
wanted
Den.
a investigation?
That would be investigation. That's your intelligence.
All right, intelligence. Okay.
Straight out of Anvilthorpe.
Straight out of Moria. Intelligence. Investigate. Oh. Well, they have an investigation. Is that what you're looking for?
Yes, that is what I'm looking for.
What did that do?
That is an 18.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, you managed to find like what appears to be a local apothecary in Gazaro. It mainly does a lot of like herbal remedies. It has like a lot of stuff that would be used for like small healing potions as well as like ointments and other cures and stuff like that. You get a couple of looks, and the person in charge of that is an older gentleman who kind of appears to be a gnome. Kind of gives you a bit of a squinting look in their eye. Don't get a lot of goblins around these parts, honey Jim.
No, I suppose not. I don't suppose you would have any magic or any healing items at your disposal.
I might have something in mind. What you looking for?
Well, any new age that might give me a inkling on how to save a village from them.
Don't know if I can do that much, but I can give you a couple of... I can give you a herbalism kit. You'll at least save at least one person.
One person's better than none.
At least
What
I'll
do I
give
owe
the
you?
kit you need. And I'm gonna grab out my book so I can show you what the price of a herbalism kit is.
Damn it! I should have went into the goblin mode I was planning on doing. What do I owe you?
I mean, you can do that when you speak Goblin. So one.
Oh, that's
herbalism-
right. He's linguistic. He is of that college arts of fine degrees, as it were.
He studied linguistics in Goblin College.
It was just like a town square of like 4 other people.
Goblin College is himself and himself times like 3. And he's just sitting there reading a book like, how does
his-
algebra work?
No,
How
but
does
he's putting on
algebra
different.
work, the natures of the world, the starology.
And he puts on
and
like a
He's
different.
taking on and off glasses. The fucking top hat, mustache here.
It's
for the
40k goblin. It's 40k orc mechanic.
So the herbalism. So he breaks out what appears to be like a wooden box, fairly ornate, and you can definitely tell well crafted from what you can assume to be like some sort of oak or mahogany. And he will go. Something this like I'm willing to part with something like this for about 5 gold pieces. You got something like that?
Out of character, how many gold pieces do I have?
It should tell you on your character sheet.
Oh,
It should be under equipment.
Okay, yeah, I would be willing. Yeah, out of character.
Alrighty. Cool. So you hand him 5 gold pieces. Pleasure doing business with you. So now you have access to a herbalism kit, which gives you access to clippers, mortars, pestles, and pouches and vials used by herbalists to create remedies and potions. So now you leave the store, proud that you have collected your herbalism kit, and one unfortunate fact, you are flat broke. And as you are contemplating this, what appears to be a softball, like a volley, like almost like a kickball, smacks you in the face, and then a crying child is just running to try and get it. Stay away from my vomit!
Oh, what the? That hurts.
It wasn't me, it was the mean man! The mean man did it!
Oh, I'm sorry. That just stung and that caught me by surprise. Is this your ball, little boy?
Give me
How
a
many
persuasion
points of
check.
damage did it
Give
do?
me a charisma check, please.
Ah, shit. Charisma? You want this guy, this socially inept guy, this socially inept goblin, me to give you a charisma?
Yes, I would love you to
Okay.
give me a charisma check, please, to see if you do not scare the child away.
Life size, it's the boxes.
Oh no!
What
Okay.
is it?
Oh my god.
I mean, damn. We know that you're not going to be the face of the ship.
You basically like joke. You basically give him like this menacing aura, like a slasher villain, and the kid just grabs the ball and runs away. Without another word. This poor
Do I
dwarf.
have that frightening of a face?
And
If you have to ask.
1d6 emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
watch as this boy, just this small dwarf boy, is going to like come back for revenge.
He's gonna be the
He's gonna kick you in the shin.
This is
He's
for
gonna be the big bad evil guy.
this was for my kickball. You son of a bitch.
Remember
As long
me?
as he doesn't-
No.
Let's see. So as you go off to try and investigate, Glorbo, where that came from and where the mean man was, you all end up in the town square collectively together. And each of you notice, what is everyone's passive perception, if I may ask?
I just had my.
That's just wisdom, right?
That is wisdom.
Wisdom.
14.
And 18?
Holy shit.
Oh.
Wait, what?
I
Are-
think. Is that the number with the circle?
That's
The passive possession.
Underneath
passive
your
wisdom
skills,
at the
yeah.
bottom?
It says passive wisdom parentheses perception.
11 for me.
Okay.
Passive perception.
Yours is 14, Glorbo.
14.
It's like right above the herbalism kit.
Oh. Right above the herbalism.
Charisma -2 on his fucking stat
Oh my
sheet.
Don't look at my stats, alright? Don't look at my
Everyone
stats.
look at his. Everyone look at his stats.
All right. So
Look at those filthy, dirty
so
stats.
everyone except Anu, who I believe was it Anu or no, it was Sword who got who has an 11 passive
Yeah, no, I got
perception.
11.
Yeah. Actually, no. I would say no. This is good enough. That's good enough for this. Would be able to see this gentleman walking down the street. I'm putting him in the characters chat.
Oh. This suave, swashbuckling, kind of Blackbeard-esque looking Jolly Roger
Here we go. I just
type guy.
put him back in the chat
But
here.
you know the ironic part, he does not look jolly at all.
Yeah, only. This is basically what this man looks
Yummy.
like.
Huh? Wait, what?
Oh god.
So you notice
What? Can a girl have a thing for pirates?
a tall, stoic old man wearing a wide-brimmed, wearing a fairly wide-brimmed like a tricorn hat with a long, flowing overcoat, saunters way to the community bulletin board, and after a
He
moment,
better have a Sean Connery accent.
after that, he walks away, and you see that he might have left something by the bulletin board, but anyone who wants to clarify what he left behind, make me either an investigation or perception check.
I will probably look at a distance.
Holy shit.
Oh, I can see it perfectly from here.
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
I can't.
you,
I need glass.
you.
You know what?
Duality
I'll-
of man.
All
I'll
right,
take a
Anu,
gander from afar.
Because you rolled a nat 1,
Whoa.
something fun's gonna happen.
But I rolled a nat 20. Do I get fun things?
I'll add something to that.
Nat once in a row, huh?
Oh.
So, Anu, the color of your eyes are now inversed. The irises are now white, and the whites of your color are the color of your irises.
What?
You basically look like
Oh,
the bad
God.
guy from Mulan.
Oh.
god.
I look even more edgier. What the hell?
Yeah.
Alright.
All right. So let me see. Your
I don't think
and
Wait,
as for who got the other nat
wait,
one, Sor, you have forgotten your own name.
Oh.
Oh god.
He's got
Yeah,
the
yeah,
protagonist energy. He has amnesia.
And
Oh,
as
I don't know who I am. All I know is I need to cook.
I woke up in another world and I need to cook as a dragonborn?
I hate that movie in the actual anime
The
title.
thing,
Fucking
the
Christ.
thing is, the first half of that sentence was very close to an actual anime.
Oh.
That's
And
what I was
anyway,
going
Fortune,
for.
Because you got a natural 20, wherever you step for as long as this is active, roses and flowers begin to go along with your steps.
Alright.
This is not the thing that rogues want to hear.
Alright, this was a perception? Or no?
Perception, yes.
Okay, perception.
You don't have to.
Or
roll perception if you
Investigation.
I want to.
11. Okay. It's not a nat 1. That's not...
Darn, you don't get one like the rest of us. You're not one of the cool kids.
Alright.
Oh.
So, unfortunately, the rest of you, of the two of you who seem to be affected by some kind of bizarre effects that affected you, one of you can't seem to remember your own name for the time being.
Glorba will look on and try to attempt to see this in the vain attempt to try to make some sort of image out of where this guy's going and try to see where this.
You see that he's heading towards where the docks are. As for you, Fortune, you can definitely see from the. You notice that this man had placed what appeared to have been a job posting underneath another, and you wouldn't, from that natural 20 and the fact that you are a rogue, you know that perhaps this is a sign that this job is not one that's favored by the Navy.
Ooh.
Something that's a bit sort of like above the law, kind of. Well, I'd say below the law in this case.
Well, Fortune is going to stand up with a little bit of a flourish and go strolling over, not noticing these strange things in her wake.
Yeah, you all notice as there appears to be a woman approaching the board with flowers appearing under her steps, almost like she's like some sort of weird like triad or something like that, like some weird nymph. Now, you go to the job site and you get the following. I'm going to DM you the following message.
So is it just cosmetic what happens to me? Or?
It's more cosmetic, if anything else. You all see that this flower petal lady, footstep lady, has got a flyer. Do you all wish to approach?
Well, she's going to take a moment. She's going to read it, kind of nod to herself, and start heading towards the docks.
With the note?
No, she left the note.
Okay, I was gonna say.
It's mine.
Don't tempt me.
My precious.
Because, if I'm the only one that shows up, I get all the money, right?
Alright, so you...
Wait, how does he...
Good. My precious. My precious. Stupid goblins.
I would
Stupid
say
goblins.
A new would try to, I guess the word is sulk over there.
Alright, cool. You skulk, yeah.
Glorbo will continue after seeing this suave gentleman pass by and head towards wherever. Glorbo is still interested in where this ball that miraculously stunned him in the face. Like halfway across town. He's just so fixated on this. Like, who the fuck would do this?
I'm not sure if you'll be able to figure that out now, but you do see two people approach this bulletin board, one of whom appears to be a cloaked humanoid, a cloaked human with some sort of weird aura about them that you can't quite pin, and the other one appears to be a heavily armored dragonborn.
I'll take interest and check out what they're checking out.
Alrighty.
Glorbo, he's just like, I wonder what they're looking at. Might as well go over there and look at it. Should I go over there and look at it? I don't know. Maybe, quest boards and money would be a good idea. I just spent the last of my coin on some apothecary tools. It couldn't hurt. So he goes over and he looks at the quest
I
board.
just imagine your character just muttering to himself like Deku from My Hero Academia, just like low mumbling that just looks slightly menacing. I'm going to give you access to the mysterious note in your handouts.
Can you read this in the Sean Connery voice?
Sure, I can do that. Help needed for a job. My crew and I need assistance taking a cargo ship from Vielman to Falls on Tumanzar Island. The trip will take a day, perhaps longer if we run into trouble such as pirates or freak storms. Safety not guaranteed. Reward of 50 gold pieces per assistant. Meet me by the Cup and Cock on the dock side of Gazaro to see if you're up for a job. Captain Flint. Alright, so now with this information in mind, what do you all decide to do? As the three of you sort of look at this note together.
I sit
Glorbo
there.
is too short. He can't see the board too well. He's like face up against it. All he sees is just this towering board. He's like, I can't see any of this.
In response, seeing that he can't read it, I'm gonna have my astral arms just grab him by his collar and lift him up.
Whoa, what the hell? I'm floating?
Globo's floating! Oh no!
Globo's floating? Oh no. Is there some invisible wraith? Some sea monster? How about they? Who is touching Globo?
As this is all happening, I sit there and ponder for a moment before I quietly turn and make my way towards the dock.
Alright.
Oh, I can suddenly see the board now.
You could successfully read the job.
Something about assistance and cargo ship to Vermont and to Tumanzar Island. Okay, with 50 gold pieces per assistant. And to meet Captain Flynn at the docks on the dock side. Sounds interesting.
I'm just standing there as he reads it. And when I figure he's done, I just point over to the docks and just stare at him.
You give me an just for my own sense of joy. Give me an insight check, Beef.
Okay.
This is just for fun.
Insight. I know D&D.
It's in your skills. 21. All right. You take one look at this, like a menacing man who just points to the docks, and you get the vibe from him. This seems like a ball kicker.
The cogs start turning in Glorbo's head. He's like, and he's just visibly displeased, more than usual.
All right.
Like you could see like where his, especially around his like burnt side of his like face, the brow just furrows even more angrily in disappointment.
Alrighty, and with that, you two head to the docks, I assume.
I'm gonna fucking still hold him by his collar.
He's just dragging him along.
So this scene is taking place as you were just like dragging a man invisibly by a goblin invisibly, and the dwarf's just looking around. Should we stop it? No, this looks like a mage business.
Oh my god, they can't see it. Okay.
Yeah, they can't see it.
Okay. Didn't realize that.
I mean, did anyone in JoJo ever see the mystical hands? Oh, the stand users could.
No,
other people that can see it. Yeah, only other stand users can see a stand.
Yeah, there you go.
Could see it. I
So,
like
yeah,
this
all these-
visual.
Yeah, so you're just being dragged by an invisible hand. And so like, what the fuck's going on there? Should we step in? No. That's mage business. You don't get caught up in mage business. It definitely looks like mage types to me. As you see these two chuckle fucks going down the street. So now
There's
we're
a goblin hanging there like a cat.
Visually, like the further they go down the I would assume, what do the streets look like?
They are made out of There's a cobblestone streets with like what appears to be like fairly stern foundation of stone masonry to give them a decent foundation.
Okay.
Everything seems to be made out of
so-
sort of stone and a little bit of wood to give it like some more.
Kind of like old Spain.
Yeah, like old Spain. Exactly.
Oh, okay. Okay, so as they're going down the old cobblestone streets of like canonically is Florida, Spain.
Yes.
And
I mean, the Spanish
so
did conquer
he just
Florida
looks-
first, so.
Okay, well that works. So he's just being held up invisibly by some mage-like powers, and he's just continuing to be dragged along, and he's just getting all the more visibly upset by this.
Does he say anything? Or is he just...
No.
They're just two stoic people, just like too stubborn to talk to each other as they go down the street.
He's sitting there flailing, just like.
You make your way to the cup and cock. Sorry, I didn't say cock and cock. God damn it! I
The
should've-
CNC machine.
The CNC machine.
Fucking ball.
A small shanty sailor's tavern, surrounded by two stone warehouses that loom over this little watering hole. Each of you make your way through the sea salt stained wooden doors. And you all sort of just for the sake of expediency, you all sort of meet up in the same little group just by happenstance. as smoke billows out from the top of the doorway. You see a tobacco smoke-covered hall with sort of the smoke lingering up in here as the smell of tobacco and pipe weed lingers in the as the smell of stale ale and pipe weed lingers around the bar. As you see sailors smoking on their pipes and chugging down their pint after pint with idle chatter, lounging on their bar stools as a very shady-looking halfling is at the counter. Imagine, if anyone's seen Sin City, imagine the guy Marv from Sin City, but as a halfling. He's like well built. He's like got this like brick of a face. He's scarred everywhere. He's got these wrinkles and shit like that. This looks like an action movie star, but he's just a 3-foot-tall halfling. Fortune, you make your way into this bar as you were the first one to arrive, and I would like you to roll me a perception check to see if you spot the captain.
Sure thing.
Oh.
Oh.
So.
Damn.
All right. So you
For
can't
the
really.
listeners at home, they rolled a 5.
That's a natural 1.
No.
Oh, natural 1.
Yeah. It's a nat 1. I have 4, but that's.
Are we playing with automatic success or automatic failure? Critical failure?
I'm playing with automatic critical failures. With that, you're having a hard time finding the captain's features through the smoke and the crowds that have come in, as it's clearly just like dock time, and you not only feel like you actually get kind of shoved to the side a little bit, by a couple of a sailor passing by. Watch it! Just sort of knocks you on the shoulder.
You watch it.
And it does kind of distract you a bit, and you've completely lost sight of where you believe the captain might have gone.
Okay.
But you do see
So she's gonna.
Yeah, but you do see that stoic halfling bartender is still there, like cleaning up a couple of messes from the mess from the guy who just left.
Walk over to the bartender. Good day. I'm looking for Captain Flint. Would he happen to be here?
That's a rough lad you're looking for. He's over in the corner. No?
I'm assuming he points.
He does point to where you see about a group of 5 people. One of them that you do recognize as the one who put down the ad, Captain Flint.
But be warned, they're those lung get into a lot of trouble. You sure that's what you're looking for there, pretty lady?
Oh, trust me, sir. I can handle trouble.
Your funeral, love. Your funeral.
And I assume you saunter your way over to where Captain Flint is.
Indeed.
Alright, I need to get to my script. Captain Flint, doesn't... so as you see here, there's a few group of sailors that are standing around on their round tables, and this is retroactive information for you guys as well for when this adventure comes up. With those of higher ranks getting actual seats, and the rest of the crew or group are sort of turned over barrels and buckets or standing up. One of them is the trench coat laid in the corner of the room. You see the trench coat laden man you saw earlier, Captain Flint. How do you introduce yourself?
She walks up,
And
does
he
a
seems to be eating
slightly flourished, does a slightly flourished kind of curtsy.
Mm-hmm.
Bonsoir, Captain Flint. I saw your advertisement, and I was curious to find out what you were looking for sailors.
As you speak, Captain Flint does not look up from his hot meal, and each of his as he just simply not even looking up at you, goes, "It's not wise for commoners to wander to a sailor's nest, love. You never know what trouble these sailors might bring." And you see that each member of his crew glare at you with hands on their cutlasses, not to enact violence, but more to imply what they can do if trouble starts. So unless you're really serious about this job, I recommend you go back home and leave me to my first good meal in days.
Kind of one hand on her hip, tilting her head, looking at him. Just because I'm not the sailor sort visibly doesn't mean I'm not capable of things. Her hand resting on the hilt of her rapier.
Give me a persuasion or intimidation check of your choice.
Let me see which one's better. In persuasion. Equals
Whoa.
21.
Whoa. Alright. Captain Flint actually looks up to you saying that. The crew managed to get their hands off of their cutlasses for now, reasonably calmed by your presence, and Captain Flint looks up to you finally and scans you up and down. I will admit you do look a lot better than most who've come in for the job. You don't seem like no scrounger or urchin looking for a few spare coin. Alright, why don't you make yourself a sheet?
And is there one empty, or do I need to make it mine?
There is a spare bucket that you can turn over to make a makeshift seat.
No, a real chair.
That real chair is preserved for the captain.
So
And the first-
everyone else is... No one else
standing.
is on an actual chair.
There are two people that are on chairs. One is the Captain Flint, and one appears to be a high elf male. Seems to be wearing not as nice garb as Captain Flint, but definitely still is dressed a lot nicer or more authoritarian like than the other members of this crew. They seem to be so you can sort of get by this that there's a bit of a hierarchy system with those that are on the top of the ladder, which you can assume are the captain and the first mate, get the seats. So tell me,
Are there any nearby tables I can grab a chair from?
give me a perception check or investigation. Actually, I'll say perception check.
Perception, yeah. Okay. 20.
You do find that there is one table. There is one chair that just got freed. It looks a little wobbly, but it is a chair, which in this bar seems to be a rarity.
So she will quickly have her hand reach out, snatch it, and drag it over and sit down.
Raising your eyebrow at this, Captain Flint will go, "So tell me, girlie, what's your name and what do you bring to the table?"
And kind of one elbow on the table, just kind of leaning in, resting her hand on her chin. The name is Fortune, and I'm pretty good with the sword and other things.
Such, I see. Such things such as. We've got plenty of people who can swing a sword about.
Well, I'm a pretty good negotiator. I'm, I'll look at her sheet real quick, sorry.
Or I forgot what I could actually do.
Yeah.
I know, I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm just
The shadow arts are a bit more my speed.
Shadow Arch, eh?
I want to say it's about this time that I make my way into Avernus.
Yeah.
1 second here. I would say, at this point, Captain Flint notices a golden dragonborn come in and grins a little. "All right, love. You see that golden boy over there? Looks to be some sort of holy sword, perhaps a paladin of some kind. Why don't you see if you might be able to negotiate him into getting us a free round for you, me, and the crew? Then I might see how good of a negotiator you really are."
Dips her head and stands up and goes sauntering over to kind of casually intercept the dragonborn as he's making his way to the bar.
And this is when you will be introduced, Sora. or the artist formerly known as Sora in this case.
Who am I? What is my name?
Yep. So you make your way over to this bar, hoping to get some answers of what has happened through your curse, as you see what appears to be a pale but no less attractive lady approach you with a sort of saunter to a step.
Oh, what brings you about?
Bonsoir, monsieur. I just happened to notice you enter, and you're definitely not the sort that one would find in this type of an establishment. You got my curiosity piqued. Kind of leaning in furtively.
Yes, well, I saw a very interesting quest board earlier, so I was coming in to investigate that a bit.
Oh, and which one was that you saw?
It was about a captain named Captain Flint, and I was looking to see if I could query on what assistance I was looking for.
Huh. What a lucky turn of events. I just so happen to know the captain, and you know what? I can give you some insight too. If you bring over drinks for everyone, you'll definitely get on his good side if you want that job.
So I'd sit there and ponder for a second. Is that so? I would look back at
Yes.
her with kind of like a intrigued look. But how do I know you're not deceiving me?
Do I need to roll deception?
That would be a deception versus your insight.
18.
Insight?
That would be your insight, yes. Sora.
Yeah. Oof. Oof.
Yeah,
You believe every word out of my mouth!
She just seems
Damn.
so earnest. Otherwise, why would she come up to you in a crowd and tell you all of this confidential information? She must know the captain, and she must be true, and she must be everything she must be saying must at least have some element of truth to it.
One
I'd sit there and think
glimmer
again,
of truth, one might
and
say.
then I would ask, how many rounds do I need to grab? Or I would ask the
Oh.
bartender to grab a round for everybody at that table.
And don't forget me in that. She needs to
Yes,
add
yes,
to the
yes.
bartender. Come with me and I'll introduce you. What was your name again?
My name is my name is never mind. I would try to dismiss the question and suggest we make our way towards the
Too
table.
embarrassed because he.
I mean,
He's talking
if
to
you
female,
prefer to
he's doing
introduce
fingers.
yourself, that's fine.
He's doing
looking
shy
slightly
flash
hurt.
Golden Dragon.
Fortune's just
I
gonna
would-
kind of wrap her arms around his upper arm and kind of walk him over.
I would have kind of like an
Captain.
embarrassed look on my face and just be like, oh god.
How should
I like to think he's doing the like anime kind of like he's got the two fingers and they're like the
They're
two
poking
pointer
together.
fingers kind of
they're
poking
poking
each
together
other
like this?
shyly.
I don't remember my name, Mr. I don't look.
Exactly.
All right, Captain. All right, Fortune.
Yes,
can.
that look. That one.
yeah.
Alrighty. As you go over, Captain Flynn sort of looks at you and gives you sort of a very confident grin. Well, nice to see. Good to see you've made some friends, Fortune. Well,
Indeed, Captain. This gentleman here, taking her seat, was actually coming looking for you. Imagine that.
I see. And what may I ask? Sorry, I never got your name.
Who's he
Look
talking
up
to?
at the
Is he talking to me?
To look through the Dragonborn.
Look for the Dragon Boy. I didn't know he was a Dragon Boy. What the heck?
Yeah.
I'm not a.
Secretly
anyways,
So no,
a dragon.
not Galaxies. He looks over to Galaxy's character,
Yeah.
the Dragonborn.
I'm playing your character now.
Yeah, you switch characters now. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
That's really
Maybe
what's
you
the magic
remember
effects.
the name.
And I play Confusion.
I mean, there is a prompt in here where you guys switch bodies, so that's one of the
Oh my
curses.
god.
Oh God!
You know, if the the thingy gets the thingied, you should totally make that like a redeemable thingy.
Just where you switch bodies.
Yes.
Yeah, if I ever get redeemed, and that could be like one of the redeems. If you spend points, you can just get the character switch bodies.
No Freaky Friday.
Oh god.
That's gotta be a time limit thing.
Yeah,
That's gotta
it will be a time.
limit.
It'll be a time limit. Yeah,
Okay.
it will only be for a small. And now, Sor, you get asked the question. Sorry, I never got your name from this Captain Flint.
I would make an effort to dismiss the question, just like stating my name isn't important, but more importantly, I was curious on what kind of crew, kind of assistant perhaps you need.
I see. Well, we do need a couple of healers and a couple of... We have not a lot of healers on board, but most of what we need is people that can take a lot of hits and know how to protect precious cargo. You think you can handle
Rest
that?
assured, I got that in the bag.
Wonderful. To seal the deal, then, perhaps buying us, after a new guy buying us a round of drinks, would be the best way to the preferred partnership.
I believe that was supposed to have already been arranged. Looking over at the bar.
Oh yeah. And with that,
Yeah, I was just-
the little halfling, the little stoic halfling just waddles in. You just see just sort of this big stoic man, just like almost this chiseled Frank Miller art looking dude, just barely peeking over the table, sliding the drinks over to you. And then he just
Here, I'm excited to see what the other two yahoos enter the bar like.
yeah. And
Due to my background as a smuggler, am I at all familiar with them?
give me a history check with advantage.
Oh, where's history? There it is. Oh. Ooh.
Holy shit!
Ooh.
Natural 20. Okay. All right, you do know this man. He is known as I'm going to DM that to you actually.
I don't know what. I think I still. Does Gloro still have the note?
No.
Oh man. Oh, we didn't even take it off, did we?
No.
Oh well.
Oh, we never.
You
did.
can just I can say retroactively. I'll be kind to you and say the one person took it off if you like.
Okay, well then Glorbo would have been the dude,
Glorbo
the
has the
motherfucker
note.
to take it.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to the counter, and I'm going to, with my hand, push put Glorbo forward with his note saying, "Oh, there's a job for smugglers."
I just like this idea of fucking Glorbo's this glorified
Oh, that's
fucking
freaking
signpost.
hilarious. Yes.
Yeah. Alrighty. So, you see Galorbo just placed down the counter like a cat, and this other halfling who looks probably shorter than him, but looks 10 times more scarred, as he goes. Those are harsh words to bring, but I think I know someone who might be looking for that job. He's over there in the little table corner. In that little corner with the tables over there. And he gestures over to a table where you see another familiar face. Sora and Fortune are getting merry with Captain Flint and his crew, singing she shanties and having a pint of ale between them. And I'll just check. I'm going to roll a d4 just to see something. Yeah, you've only just done the first round, so... And I need you, Sword, to take off 1 gold piece from your equipment gold piece thing, because it's basically the equivalent of what a round would cost, so just 1 gold piece. This is
Not. That's not bad.
yeah. This is
No,
very,
that's not bad at all.
This is very cheap.
That's relatively
ale.
cheap.
This is very economical in these times.
It's just a bit of a step above swill, huh?
Pretty much.
You're not gonna feel good in the morning.
All right, Anu and Glorbo, what do you do?
I put you down on the counter already, and I was just gonna walk away.
Oh God!
God, what a guy. First, he publicly kicked. First, he drags me all the way across town somehow. I don't know. And now he's using me as a poster boy.
You see a
You know what? No, let's just forget it.
He hands you a pint of ale.
Oh, thank you.
It's all right. I know what it's like to be humiliated by the big folk.
Oh, see for my pain. Well, we
He nods stoically.
Then Glorbo nods as well in agreement, and then Glorbo asks about the group sitting at the table with the golden dragonborn.
Oh, yeah. That pale lady and that gold boy, they went and bought that crew a round of drinks. So
Is this drink included?
I see. For a fellow small folk, aye.
That is wonderful, thank you. I assuredly need this after what that gentleman just put me through.
If you're here for the job, you better make sure you get in there before that crew sets sail.
Alright. We'll down the pint relatively, not like one swig, but like a few swigs, like glug, glug, glug.
Okay, good, because if it was one swig, I go to force.
He takes his.
All right, then give me a
takes a swig.
because you're doing
gags.
it like in like little bits. Make a Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Constitution saving throw. Constitution. I found that.
All right, let me see what you got. 13. All right, you are not. You're a little buzzed. You got like that bit of liquid courage, but you're not completely. But you're not drunk from that. You're not.
Okay.
Now,
Am I a little like dizzy?
No, you got your buzz more. Like you're actually a little bit more relaxed, if anything else.
Oh,
Not
okay.
dizzy.
Okay.
You're just more relaxed. Now for everyone other than Anu, I want you both to make me. I want you two to make me Constitution saving throws. And it.
God.
Great. Con saving.
No, not you, Glorbo. You good. You good.
Oh, well.
Same score anyway.
I'm
16.
waiting. I'm waiting to get like a natural one again. Ready? This is about to be poggers here.
Yo!
Oh, damn.
You got the opposite.
Ooh.
Let's go.
All right.
Drag.
Now let me just roll for Captain Flint here.
Oh no.
Jesus, and that one?
Lightweight. He's trying to be cool, but he's a lightweight.
Oh god. Oh
Well-
god. He's like the one guy who wants to be cool, the life of the party, but as soon as the booze hits, he's just shit-faced.
Yeah, exactly. Like he, like oh,
Blackadder.
yeah, I was thinking of Blackadder because there's an episode from this British comedy Blackadder where the guy's like, "Oh no, I'm the best drinker around. I can drink on the table." Takes one drink and he's already like singing sea shanties and shit and just stumbling.
Oh my god. That's
Calling
In the
everyone Merlin.
Navy. In the Navy.
Yeah, but and you see like everyone's like reasonably handling their drinks. Sora especially, you are just like you just chug down your drink and you don't even feel anything yet. Now Captain Flint on the other hand is singing a song about
She the little goblin, she is little and his little nosy woes is in the goblin suite.
and he points over to you, Glorbo. Yes! The captain's in a very good mood.
Oh. Glorbo isn't entirely sure to like he understands that, you know, humans party much like the goblins, and back from where Glorbo is, just to re-emphasize, Glorbo is here on a mission to save his people. So he kind of understands. Oh, okay. So this captain is drunk and is in a pleasant mood. So he's like, okay. So then he walks forward and then speaks after, you know, downing his pint of apple juice.
Yeah, his apple cider, we'll call it.
His apple cider, yeah.
It's rather hard
And-
cider.
It's hard cider. It's made from red apples.
It's apple juice, appy juice.
It's hard appy juice. It's a Capri Sun. It's hard with a steak.
It's that good chest hair. It's that good just juice.
It's that good just juice that puts hair on your manly parts.
Oh, God. So,
Does he say this?
I'm
in
really
character or
not sure
no?
Fortune wants to drink this now.
as
kinda
now Captain
glance
Flint is
over.
just singing his
No,
song.
this is all out of character. This is all out.
Alright.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say.
The first mate, who you come to know his name, Fortune and Sor, you know that his name now is Kailu. Not to be confused with Caillou. But he is like a high elf who appears to be wearing like the captain's, who you've come to know is actually the first mate of what is now known colloquially as the Flint Pirates. Hello, kitty. And there's a cat running around as well.
It is Captain Kuro.
There's just a stray cat running through the bar.
Yeah, there's a
You gotta do something about this cat issue.
Alright.
Oh, it's
The
the
cats
bar
keep the-
cat. It's the bar
The
cat.
cats keep away the rats.
So you also see another man who looks like this. This is what the first mate looks like.
Fortune's just like, Drool City.
Yeah, he appears to be like a fairly regal-looking high elf with slick-backed hair and a trench and an overcoat that seems to be buckled up tightly, whereas Captain Flint is a bit more looser.
You know, he kind of looks like a little bit more toned DiCaprio
a little bit. He's
with
kind
elf
of
ears.
got a DiCaprio Orlando Bloom vibe. As he
Yum, double yum.
as he would look over to Anu and Glorbo and go, "Hello there. I think the captain's a little bit indisposed right now, so if you're here for the job, I'll be handling the interviews." As the captain is just singing about a goblin and like about Merlin the happy pig.
Oh god.
Well, I
I can see that.
Well, we did raise a lot of happy livestock where I'm from, but sadly, that will have to be put on hold for now.
I see. That's what I like to see. Trying to do a drunk Sean Connery is really hard.
I love it.
Sure can touch stir.
In the Navy, in the Navy.
So tell me, before we invite you in on this mission, what can you two bring to the table?
Well, personally, smuggle. It wouldn't be my first time smuggling, so I'm pretty well ventured in that situation.
I practice in herbalism, druidic, and navigation.
Druidic, you say? So you're a mage, is it?
Forest mage, if that counts, but sure.
You don't seem to be... Well, you don't seem to have a very... Well, if you're doing a job like this, you must not be fully in your element yet, but still, it could prove to be a boon to our little venture. For anyone who's curious about that statement, give me a history check.
Alright,
Yep.
I want a history check. Oh,
Holy shit.
Fucking short stack. No, he got a giga brain.
Hold on, I gotta find
like
where
Jimmy
history is,
Neutron.
all these letters.
He's
There it
what he
is.
makes up.
Eh.
Alright.
He's me for real, for real.
Might as well join in.
Yeah.
oh shit.
Okay, what you...
So I'm the only dumb one. That sucks.
So Fortune, given you're traveling, you kind of sort of see like mages as being mages. You don't really give them any other thought other than that. They just can cast magic. Whereas everyone else, even you, Sor, what you have lacked in remembrance of your name, you remember this detail. Mages are seen as some of the mages can almost be seen as nobility on the Central Isles, or at least as like can be as powerful as warlords, since they are one of the few people that can control the seas and the wind, the water and wind. Ergo, they can control trade routes, they can control tidal waves. They are feared as well as respected on the Central Isles and the Seven Seas. Also, my cat's trying to get forward.
To Glorbo's credit, like, Glorbo's not really experienced other goblin tribes, so he doesn't really know that his tribe is special.
You've kind of only heard this through the grapevine, Glorbo, but you've never really given much thought to it. But you do know at least...
LB.
Yep.
Didn't know he was a spellcaster.
Aye. Either way, sorry. Did you want to say something before Kailu, the first mate, speaks up?
Well, you can never judge a book by its cover.
Aye. Sorry, I love that voice.
Never judge a book by its cover.
It's halfway between serious and like 40k orc. I quite like it. Well, very well then. I think you two seem to have a cut of the cut that we need for this job, as well as your two friends. Given your friends negotiation as well as food making, as well as general decent behavior, we could use a couple of people like you.
Does Glorbo recognize Soar, or
You do recognize both of them from the same people that tried to get that went to go look at that ad.
No, I mean from like before. Does he like recognize him as being like someone he's encountered before this like courtyardal kind of town
I would say
square-ish?
no. You all
Okay.
you can have a backstory element where you two know each other if you wish.
Is that something you're interested in, Galaxy?
I'd say, just from how my character is, I'd probably say I don't really know anybody here.
Okay.
Like, I'm just learning and meeting new
Yeah.
people, as I've just recently arrived, and I'm just kind of like a wandering paladin of sorts.
Okay.
Then you guys are all strangers, effectively.
Mhm.
Alrighty.
Alright.
So, Kailu will just go, right, well then. This will be a 2-day journey from here to Tulumza, a small village known as Kafals. Simple cargo drop, meant to be discreet. And there'll be but rest assured, there'll be other crews that will want what we have. When we need you to be able to make sure that other crews, if they so attack us, do not get their hands on the precious cargo. Do you think you can handle that?
Oh, so this is like when other goblins try to take our goblin stuff when we're putting on a fancy parade or whatever for festival.
Yes, exactly like that. He gives a bit of a roll the eyes a bit.
Glorbo kind of forgets that he's speaking kind of goblinish, and he's like, oh.
But yes,
I
something
would
of that
kind of,
vein.
I would speak up and be like, is there some sort of like bonus reward we could get if we do a good job, or like if everything goes well without a hitch?
Is 50 gold pieces not enough to satiate you? That's more than most people make after a month's days of honest work.
I would ponder for a bit.
Has this
And
guy
then,
forgotten how money works? In character?
Like I will say, like the 1 gold piece is almost like the equivalent of like $10.
Oh shit!
So you'd be
That's
making like
kinda nice.
$500 for this job.
Oh damn! Damn, that's nice.
In an economy that's more or less the Great Depression.
Okay, then
Mhm.
never mind that. I think I'd be okay with that.
Very good. Well then, meet us by the swordfish in 1 hour on the docks. Don't be late or we'll be going without you. Now, I need to worry about the captain, as now there seems to be a situation where you can choose to keep drinking with these guys and follow with them, or you can or you can go off and get supplies on your own for an hour, and then meet them by the docks.
Glorbo will kind of just stay because Glorbo's sense of direction right now. I don't know.
It's kind of
Glorbo likes people. Yeah,
Alright,
his sense
well-
of direction's a little off.
Alright, well, if that's the case,
Hmm.
then if that's the case, Captain Flint will go, Alright then, who's gone in the next round?
I would look
I
around.
suppose.
I would politely excuse myself from the table and say something along the lines of, like, I would want to go out and get supplies, or something along those lines, like cooking supplies or like ingredients of sorts, I guess.
Very good. Oh, you're a cook then.
That I am.
Good. Then we might actually need someone like you to be able to help us eat anything other than slop and citrus. So thank you. Oh,
Slop
That
and
would be
citrus.
highly
Only-
appreciated indeed.
alrighty. And as you head out, Soar, you begin to feel the effects of whatever barrier was on your mind fade away. Actually, as you can now remember your name.
Finally!
It's just like an itch that's been scratching at its scales the entire time.
You run back to the captain. My name is Soar.
Yeah, I would promptly turn around remembering, oh, I didn't introduce myself to them. I would go back in, and then I would say, name is Thor, by the way.
Pleasure to meet you, Soar. Welcome to the crew. Yay! As you are now liked by the captain, who is probably a little bit too inebriated.
Quick question.
Mm-hmm.
What would be the cost of a, I guess, basic rapier?
Alright, a basic rapier would cost about... let me look up the weapons page. Because I've got the player's handbook right here with me. Let me just show
Handy.
Let me just show for the folks at home. That would be
Oh, hell yeah.
25 gold pieces. So, now, you try to soar. You're going to try and find the markets to this place. I want you to roll me an investigation or perception check.
Oh dear God. Let's see, which one would it be?
Well,
Was perception or investigation?
Yeah, investigation is intelligence and perception is wisdom.
Whichever one
Oh,
you're
God.
more proficient in.
I'm not proficient in either, but you know, it's fine.
13, that's enough. That's enough. In the dark, as you see the sun is about to set, you do see that there is a marketplace, or at least there's like a food stall vendor that is up, that appears to be selling a few different types of food. Now, what kind of food are you looking for? Are you looking for poor meals, modest meals, comfortable?
I would say probably a modest meal.
Modest meal. Okay. So to get enough food to make like modest meals for like an entire crew of people like you've got, that would cost about 5 gold pieces.
Could I haggle the price with them perchance?
Give me a persuasion check. 16. You can get it down to 4 gold pieces.
I will happily buy it for 4 gold pieces.
All right.
Ah, shit, I forgot that was a mechanic.
Yeah, persuasion.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, haggling can be a thing in this game. If you have enough, you can get a chunk of meat, like basically one of those like shawarma shop like spinning wheels of meat, for about like 3 silver pieces, which would be about like 0.3 of a gold piece.
Well, tack that on there as well.
All right.
The overall price.
So take off 1 gold piece and instead put on add 7 silver pieces to your equipment. Math, it's fun, even in fantasy economy.
Oh god, I wanted to escape reality, not
So then what would
rejoin it.
those... What would those items be?
They would be modest meals. I'll say like equivalent of 10. Hello, you. Hello. Oh, kitty.
Cat cam.
Also, cat cam.
And then what would the last one be?
Chunk of meat chunk.
Oh, he is such a beautiful boy.
Yes, but he's such a.
And then one of those.
Look
Alright,
at him.
perfect.
He is the one who's supposed to rule them all. Such a sire, such a sire.
Here you go, boy. Did you have fun on your little trip? Just for fun, I want you all to roll me for anyone who's going to continue with the drinking, I want you to roll me 2 checks. I want you to roll me charisma checks and then con saving throws if you're going to continue drinking. If you're not, you're just happy to just stand around.
Glorbo's just standing around looking willy willy.
Alright, so the only one really drinking is going to be Fortune and hanging out with the crew.
You said Constitution and
I
Charisma?
would not drink.
No problem. Alright, so that would be a Constitution saving throw and a Charisma check.
Oh, damn.
Mm.
So, you've made it a decent enough attempt with the crew as, like, your negotiator and, like, charming skills are coming to work. As you've basically been able to, beguile yourself to the crew and make sure that you are, like, well and truly, part of their little gang. However, that same energy cannot be sent to your ale, as you're starting to feel a little bit dizzy.
Oh, definitely time. Slow down.
And you are now considered poisoned to the effect of this, but in flavor terms, you're drunk.
Ooh,
So
girls gone wild, here we come.
Just means that your rolls are going to be at disadvantage until you take a long rest.
Damn. Okay.
I think it's either long rest or short rest, or until someone casts Lesser Restoration on you. As you're now
Okey-doke.
happily singing sea shanties about goblins and Merlin the Happy Pig with Captain Flint,
The captain.
the captain.
Good. Hold on, I need to do something here.
Also, here's some cat cam.
That'd be.
Um,
Oh. So yeah, she's gotten up and plopped herself down in the captain's lap to do this because her wisdom is out the window.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Oh shit. Give.
I knew was going to steal her
What are you gonna
seat when
do?
she does
What are you
that.
trying to do?
Huh?
What was the wisdom save for?
To see if she would do something dumb like that.
All right, give me a charisma or persuasion check.
15.
That's enough. I would say you get it with advantage because he is also drunk. So 17.
Okay, so 17.
Yeah, you were easily able to do this, and Captain Flint just like, I love this woman already. Great addition to the crew. As everyone's getting ready to sing songs, and you sort of lead like a little parade of sailors back down to the ship. And Glorbo and Anu just sort of follow behind, like, God damn it, we've got to be those two sober friends in a room full of drunk people. Yep.
Is it gonna be like this the entire time?
It usually doesn't get this rowdy. Though then again, we haven't really had this much fun in a while. So, it's kind of good to let off some steam. Yes,
I
Cat,
guess that's
agree.
fair enough.
I think that cat's following us too.
Long way to go. It's a
Cats
pretty
on
cat.
ships are good
I think
luck.
it's this Glorbo fella. He smells a little of fish.
Oh, you're right.
There was a joke to be made there.
Yep. Alright, so we're gonna cut to the next scene, as well as an hour has passed, we'll say. So, you all make your way
I
over to
just
the
pick
dock.
up the cat.
Yes, you can, yeah, you can, it's, I mean,
I'm gonna
For
take
the
the cat.
love of God, please don't hold the cat by the scruff in the midair again.
No. He's gonna hold the cat like a.
Okay.
He's actually gonna hold the cat.
Alright,
Like a baby.
give me an ammo handling check, as you try to find
Oh,
the stray black cat.
Oh, this will be funny.
Fuck.
The cat hisses you and bites your hand, and then runs away.
Alright, then I'll use a lesser
Yeah.
restoration on his fucking hand.
You ran off the little pussy. What the hell?
You don't need to use lesser restoration. You can just sort of do like a medicine thing, like
okay.
get it with a swab.
Medicine. Yeah, I'll like apply some antiseptic or whatever.
That'll be a medicine check.
Medicine check, alright.
Medicine check, baby. Let's go. Medicine.
25.
Oh damn, a
Oh,
25.
God.
Good lord.
Yeah, you basically get to it like right fast as the doctor, and you get it clean. You make sure there's no bleeding on the bite marks, and you manage to even get a little band-aid on it, like ye old band-aid.
There you go. Raw and pristine. You know, these infections, you want to attend to them as quickly as possible. You don't want to let them fester.
Thanks. Yeah, I've known
Kind-
people who lost a foot. His name was One Leg Pete.
Oh, you know
I think
One
he's
Leg.
dead now though.
Oh, you knew One Leg Pete. Says the Hallions. Oh yeah, it's a shame about that.
You know One Leg Pete?
Yeah, absolutely. We did a job. We did a job with him once. He was very proud of that leg. He even said that he managed to kick a shark with it in the face. Always told that story a lot. Oh well.
I don't know any one-legged Pete's, but in my village there was a goblin named Plorb, and he had a similar situation where his leg had to be cut off, unfortunately. So we call them Plorb legless.
Did you have to take both legs?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Well, I guess
Just to make it even, you know. Poor Plorb.
Oh my god!
Was the other leg still working?
We're just trying to keep him from being lopsided.
Yeah.
You could have just
Goblins don't do well with
You could have just given him a
asymmetry,
peg leg.
so- No, the semantics involved in it. You don't understand.
Are you sure you want him to be our healer?
I'll keep an eye on it. We'll have someone keep an eye on him.
Meanwhile, I'm over there just sitting in the corner, doing some weapon maintenance or something on my gear.
Meanwhile,
So
He's gonna turn. Sorry, I want to continue the conversation with what was his name? His name was all the way up here. I need to make a note
Kylo?
for this guy. Kylo, I'm gonna So you said this is gonna be dangerous, right?
yes, it would be.
So you decided to post it on a public signboard?
We keep it discreet, usually hidden behind other signboards. So
And then Glorbo will take out the piece of paper. You mean this signboard?
yes, that one exactly.
Do you want it back? You mean
you can
wanted
keep
it to be discreet? Right?
You can keep it. Yes, it's just to make. It's a call sign to see if other people who are not in the Navy's best books, we'll say, are keen on making some money.
Oh, okay. Well, free parchment for me. I've got some details that I need to write down.
Very good.
You know, parchment is always expensive, and in this economy, well,
I mean, yes, it is.
let's just
honestly.
say on my voyage, I ran into some financial troubles, so it's good to have extra resources. That's all I was saying.
You're flat broke, aren't you?
No,
Denial.
If you
Deception?
sure, you want to roll deception if you.
sure. There's deception.
I'm gonna roll for the
There we
first
go.
mate. First mate can see right through your bullet.
Yeah.
Fuck. Glorbo's got that very childlike lying face. His nose starts, his big fucking schnoz starts to crunk downwards in like a crooked little lie, and it becomes a little blushed.
He's like, no, baka.
So, what's your story in all this?
Well, I met Captain Flint on the Silk Sea. I actually used to work for the Navy until I decided something a little bit more than just the regiment and the only following orders part of their lifestyle. And that is, let's say, a bit more freedom. And Captain Flint might have had a bit of help with persuading me. He gave me an offer that I couldn't refuse.
And what's Captain Flint's story? Would I know Captain Flint before this with my...
Give me a history check.
Uh,
Can I aid him in history?
Are you proficient in history?
yeah, I already rolled.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
I guess that would add. Oh.
19. Somehow Glorbo knows all this shit, man. God damn. The smart
Bro,
little guy.
Glorbo is like the savant of fucking goblins. Just his social stats are in the proverbial toilet.
All right, Anu, you kind of know Captain Flint's name. As much as you know he's a smuggler of some sort, that he's had some dealings with the Navy as well as like other pirate crews, but any sort of vague details you're not quite sure of. Glorbo, you've actually kind of heard Captain Flint's details a little bit more. You know that he's more of a he's more famous around human circles, but he is famous as sort of like a swashbuckling adventurer and smuggler. think of him as sort of like a Han Solo type character, where he does like business, where he does a lot of business for people for the right price.
Stop making the pirates so hot!
Would Captain Flint be
And you-
like supplying Glorbo's tribe initially?
You know
like
that he has done like jobs where Captain Flint has given like contraband supplies to goblin tribes, and I'll say it could be one of yours. And you even heard a rumor that he might have had an encounter with the Fae.
Oh, so I kind of tug on a news hood, and I kind of like try to whisper to him.
I pick him up so he can whisper into my ear.
So then he is a little displeased, but he just continues and tells this information of Captain Flint.
Oh, he's done some smuggling and he's really good at getting items.
And whatever else that I don't remember from the DM's details.
Basically, you just say you recount everything that I say.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Kind of Fae.
That I don't. That is a story that only the captain has. And right now, I don't think he's in the mood to tell stories, or at least not stories that are based in truth.
I can understand that.
As you see him
I
just fucking stumbling towards his ship.
I can understand not wanting to talk about stuff that happens in one's actual truth.
What happens in the fae-wilds stays in the fae-wilds.
I just want to imagine just the hangover, but with you guys going to the Feywild.
We wake up and it's Toon Force.
Which one does that make me?
Everything around us has Toon Force.
Well, one of you has to be the guy who gets kidnapped.
Okay, that would be Glorbo.
I guess Fortune would be like Bradley Cooper, I suppose.
Yeah, the pretty face, yeah.
No, I'm just imagining. No, I guess Glorbo would be Alan. It would be Sor who gets kidnapped because he's the good boy.
He is the good boy. He's the golden, the literal golden
child.
Literal,
retriever.
yes.
I guess that makes a new like the Stu, the dentist who gets like who has the shitty wife.
It's a better wife at the end.
Yeah, he does get a better wife at the end. Actually, he does. You're right. All right, so with that in mind, you make your way to the docks with Fortune and Captain Flint arm in arm. You see that the ship, the Swordfish, is in fact a sloop. That's a fairly fast vessel. That's mainly used for like speedy transportation. And what is everyone's passive perception, by the way?
13.
14.
Actually, do you need mine? Because I'm not technically there yet.
Oh, you're. I'll just say for the circuit this, you all meet up basically.
Yeah. Okay. So then, yeah, 11.
Okay.
Oh, I want to say it's 14.
I believe it is 14. So anyone with a score of 14 would see that there is a Jolly Roger hidden amongst like fake mercantile flags in like a barrel. And they're sort of kept by like the mast and are being like hoisted up to the crow's nest. Jolly Roger is basically like their pirate flag, the black flag. The skull and bones. And at that point, Kalu will lead the four of you down into the decks below, and Captain Flint is sort of sauntering off to his cabin as he's pried away from Fortune's arms.
I imagine Captain Flint is like Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, he kind of saunters away. Yeah, he does have that Jack Sparrow walk to him.
Yeah.
Someone
Looks like
bring
you
me
had him
some
wrapped
goddamn rum. But sir, you give me the good shit as he closes the door behind him. And you and I'm gonna take you guys to your next map.
Oh, this is a nice place.
So let me see if I can find something here. So I'm just gonna make like a little square here as well.
I should not be on seeing that.
Yeah. So, at this point, Kailu gestures for you all to follow down him to the stairs, and you make your way around.
Before we begin this voyage, I should probably introduce myself.
Oh yes, you did forget that little detail, didn't you?
Yeah. I'm a noob.
A new pleasure. This is the closest one I can think of.
Likewise.
Anyway, well, very pleasure to meet you all. Either way, this area is the second quarters. This is where our cargo is. Now, as hired help for this mission, you'll be spending most of your time here in the barracks, guarding the cargo, which is here, behind this door. If there are any other duties that you wish to help with on this voyage, to help make this voyage run smoothly, such as medicine, such as doctoring, cooking, and perhaps whatever sort of rigging and all that, then I'll be your first line of communication for you to assign said roles. Now,
will there be extra pay involved with doing those jobs?
Give me a persuasion check. Anyone can assist with this if you. 18? Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Okay, never mind.
I'd say an extra.
Glorbo would not be able to assist in this. Glorbo would only make it worse.
For an extra good job, I could throw in an extra 5 gold pieces for each of you.
I guess I can help around the ship.
Very good. But don't let that distract you from your main duties. For one, this mission that we're on is one that requires discretion, which means we cannot have the Navy figuring out where we are. And the less attention we can draw upon the ship, the better, as far as we're concerned. This is meant to be a speedy trip from one island to the next. And above all else, do not look inside the cargo. Do not steal it. Do not touch it. Do not do anything else that could compromise it. Your job here is to safeguard it until we arrive at our destination. After the job, you'll be paid. Any questions?
Fortune's just sitting there, kind of rubbing her palms on her thighs, like.
Glorbo
Okay.
chime in, and his ears perked up with the medicine, so he'll speak up about this and he'll clear his throat. So you mentioned medicine. Where's a good space that one could prepare such apothecaries and healing items?
Oh, also, there's another cargo area here as well.
Oh, okay.
Well, if you need a separate space to learn how to... If you need a separate space in order to help out with that, I would say it'd be around here.
Oh, this looks like a fun area.
It's
So
technically...
who's allowed in this area? Sorry. I'll let you explain, and that question can be made later.
Oh, yeah. This area here is meant to be the bathing area, but it can also be substituted as a medical quarters. So technically we have 2. The latrines are right over here, next to the cannons. Make sure, I suppose, if you're on the John, you can like fire a cannon if you need to.
Fire away.
Dropping bombs, alright.
God.
Now, are there any other questions before we set sail?
Who's allowed in
Where?
this area?
Who's allowed in this area? This area is allowed for select members of the crew, the captain, as well as myself. Anyone else? Keep them out.
Where by chance is the cooking area?
That would be... I would say it will be here, next to the next to the supplies that we have.
Okay.
And where are we bunking in between our shifts?
That would be in this room here. Next to the medicine cabinet, next to the medicine room.
It would be more logical to put us closer to what we're supposed to keep people out of. But As you wish.
Give me a persuasion check. 11.
Was there a help action? I can
Yeah, you can do a help
Yeah,
action if you
so-
wish. So that will be a 22.
Yeah.
Very well, I suppose my crew can suffer discomfort for at least this trip.
Again, it's for the benefit of keeping an eye on the cargo to make it safe.
Very well. Then perhaps you can take this room here. One for the men and one for the lady right there.
Ah, perfect.
And with that, do you guys have any other questions before we take our quick break so I can feed my cat?
No.
All right. Anu and Fortune,
Giggles.
your curses and boons have worn off.
Hmm.
So you are no longer creating flowers as you step, and your eye color reverses back.
So he looks less menacing now.
Yes, he looks slightly
Darn.
less menacing. Just by
He's still menacing, just his eyes don't look nearly as menacing.
Yep. So a day passes along the seas, and it's been fairly uneventful, as you guys have a little bit of free time around to go in the darkened barracks, which are mostly kept alive by candlelight and sunshine from the windows. And the constant rocking means that you have to keep certain of your belongings from falling off shelves or containers. But other than that, it's been fairly peaceful. In this time venue, what would you like to be doing? Would you be guarding the cargo the entire day, or would you be trying to hang out with the crew?
Glorbo would be guarding the cargo, and also in between, doing that. Oh, okay. First, he'll start off looking for more stuff to make, like medicines, and just have a stockpile going. And then if he finds any of that, he'll then guard the cargo.
Well, there's 4 of us. I propose 6-hour watches, as we're all being paid to guard the cargo.
Okay, that works.
All right, so I'll start with you then, Glorbo. Give me an investigation check.
Alright. Investigation off of my character sheet.
So is Glorbo, I'm presuming, is off doing his thing, and he's not guarding the cargo.
We'll get to that. So
Yeah.
that's 13. All right. You do find one box full of herbs in it. There's one problem. It's in the cargo that you're meant to protect.
Ah, god damn it! Glorbo will put it back, and he'll just pretend like he never went in there.
All right. So as you go back to your shift, what else would you like to do? Who else would like to do something?
Fortune's probably going to wander around, see if she can't find some of the men who are off duty who might want to have a card game or some dice or something.
I was gonna be like, what were you gonna ask the men to do?
Yeah.
He starts in the
I am a
The way you're acting with the captain.
Well, I mean, that's the captain. That's not the crew.
Okay. So give me a you can also give me an investigation check.
Fair.
Actually, yeah, 15. I'll go with that first. So you managed to find a couple of people that are playing a game of dice at the moment. As they seem to be playing a game of like what I'm just calling 7-Eleven, where you have to either roll a 7 or an 11 to win like a pot.
Oh, this shit from fucking Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah. Oh, that's Liar's Dice.
Well, that's Liar's Dice. You gotta take. Liar's Dice is an interesting game.
It is an interesting game. I don't fully know the rules of that, but I would love to introduce
Well,
that game in here
okay,
somehow.
so I can explain it to you after this.
Yes, please, because I would love to introduce that into this campaign, into this setting somehow. But for now, we'll just keep it simple with 7-Eleven. As the crew of 3 men look over to you and go, "Hey, how you doing? Hey, you're that pale lass the captain was all over."
The name is Fortune.
Aye, Fortune, yeah. What say you? Are I don't suppose fortune is on your side in terms of games a chance. They give you sort of a cheeky grin.
Lady Luck is always on my side.
Then perhaps you'd like to put money on that statement. There's another one.
If you gentlemen have money you're willing to part with, I am happy to take it.
give me a charisma check.
Oh, gladly. So that's a saving throw or a check?
Just a check. 21.
21.
They do that thing where there's like they do that thing where there's a bit of a pause in a statement, but then they start to like slowly chuckle like and then they chuckle to each other. And they're like, I like the cut of a jib. And then they invite you on a place alongside it, and they'll start the opening pot with about like 5 copper pieces, which would be basically
5 copper. Fair.
Which would be half a silver piece. The fucking conversion rate's shit. But I'll say for the purpose of this, you have like 5 copper pieces on you.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah. And you start the opening
Tosses
I
it
found them
in.
on the ground earlier.
Alrighty.
The ground, yeah. We'll go with that.
Alright, so so how this is gonna work, you're gonna roll 2d6, and if they land on either a 7 or an 11, you win the pot.
Fun. 2.
Do you have any proficiency in dice skills? And dice games?
Gaming
That's
set.
a proficiency you get?
Yeah. In either
Yes.
dice or cards, I believe, for a certain like rogue background.
Yeah, it just says proficiency, a gaming set of your choice, and I never picked.
Yeah. Would you like card games or would you like dice games?
Well, that's hard.
Well, you can say okay. Well, if you think your character would prefer card games over dice games, you could say that proficiency is in that, and then we could say we'll just roll because all we're gonna give you is just like give you another chance to roll.
Well, no, cards really do fit her.
Yeah. So
much as I'd love to have advantage, no.
Yeah. So in this case, I'm going to roll for them first.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
Would you like to also roll? See if you get a 7 or 11.
Oh my god.
Damn!
And with that, the one cackling man who just gave you the first, who's just like, is fortune on your side? Better luck next. I guess luck wasn't on your side that much after all, then. Unless you care to up the stakes, and he takes out a single gold piece.
Damn. Fortune thinks, damn. Gladly. Pulling out a gold piece.
All right, everyone puts a single gold piece in there. Go ahead and roll. 7 or 11.
Yoo!
Oh shit.
And no one else gets it, and you manage to, with that 7 roll, you get 4 gold pieces.
Well, Lady Luck does smile sometimes.
Oh, I'm about to make a name for myself.
Alrighty. Takes out 5 gold pieces, puts them in a pile. All of them do the same.
Oh.
You in, love?
I'm always in. Tosses 5 gold to the pile.
Alrighty. This is for all the marbles, 20 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
God.
Go ahead and roll.
Damn.
And the man
Oh!
and the guy takes 20 gold pieces. Better luck next time, love. But feel free to come by again if you're ever keen to lose your money.
Just gives him a little smile. Sometimes Lady Luck is fickle.
I'm just managing
We'll
to
play again.
I look forward to it. I just imagine she walks away and she goes, I'm gonna stab him in the back and take that later.
Yep. She's like, I'm a munch. I'm gonna have me some dinner and I'm gonna get me some money.
I'm gonna get that money
I'm
back
gonna
one way
eat
or
your
another.
food and I'm gonna kill you too.
I'm gonna get that
He
money
is
back
the
one way or
food.
another.
Oh, oh,
All right.
Oh.
Anyway, let's go. Let's go on to the next
Damn.
guy.
That's crazy.
So, Anu, what would you be doing on the ship?
I would probably. What was useful for someone who can just do, like, have two sets of hands?
Probably rigging, as you can sort of tie and untie the sails.
Is Sora just gonna be cooking?
I would assume.
Galaxy?
Galaxy.
Yeah, Sora's gonna be looking around for some ingredients, and then as well as just helping out hair meals and whatever else.
You would probably just help chop food.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then he'll be
Do I
offering
need
you
a
aid.
roll for
on-
any?
Then he'll be offering
Yeah.
you aid. Then. That's good to know. So I'm assuming that you are going to be cooking for the most part. Sorry, Sora.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm just helping.
All right.
Yep.
So because you're getting help from the normally stoic and menacing Anu, I want you to roll. I need to check something actually with your tool proficiencies.
Yeah, because he cooks with charisma, doesn't he?
He cooks with wisdom. So I need you to roll me a cook utensils check with advantage. If you want to roll with advantage, that would be there's a button on the very top of your character sheet that has advantage, normal, and disadvantage. Now you are able to roll that with advantage.
Perfect.
22.
Oh damn.
Good thing you got that help with Anu. So Anu, you're able to basically help out, basically be a sous chef for the time being, as you're getting some pretty decent ingredients that that Sora took the time to prepare, and even used a bit of his fire breath to cook it, sort of saute it a fair bit. Just for the flavor.
So what's your story? He's gonna have a little bit of small talk.
I've been around places, traveling the world, seeing sights, I suppose, as well as helping out in the guild, doing some small tasks and cooking here and there.
So in other words, you're not gonna answer my question.
Depends. What are you trying to get at?
I knew it's just gonna start cooking in silence from now on.
I can't. This is your fucking voice for your character. Oh, I forget. That's what he sounds like.
He's just like this little
What,
edge
like a
lord.
normal, which is with a lisp?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's just me with a
An
lisp.
edgelord with a guy with a lisp who sounds a little too friendly, but actually doesn't.
I'm friendly, but very secretive.
If there is something you wish to hide, then you can roll. You can do the sides by the rolls to see if you suspect anything. That would be an
Well, whatever,
insight
roll.
for Anu and a deception for Sora. For Sora, I was gonna say Sora. I think of Kingdom Hearts.
Oh wait, let me not roll advance. Well,
Oh well,
it's still be a 6.
It'd still be a 6 either way.
It's a
still-
6.
But yeah, do switch it to normal.
that's
So
what
you suspect there's something up with Sora. There's something he's not telling you. You just can't put your finger on what it is.
Alright then. And then he's gonna use his he's gonna just use his continue using his
Spectra hands.
spectral hands to chop whatever needs to be chopping as I just reach out and grab whatever else I need to grab and then throw it on the table and then toss it away.
Yeah.
Or toss it into whatever we're making.
He's like the ultimate sous chef cook. Fucking,
For
he can use his
real.
extra arms to just be like, nah, I got you.
I know, dude.
No wonder why we got a score of 22.
Yeah. I just imagine like it's a little Ratatouille
I-
scene a little bit. The camera's like
Yeah,
panning
yeah, yeah.
around, and you got like the ghost
And
hands.
the funny part is that all that fucking Sar can see is a floating knife chopping as I reach and grab stuff.
Yeah. I think nothing of it. I just think it's some like mystical magic or whatever. Because being a paladin and being like a person that worships gods and whatever else and can speak celestial, it's just kind of like oh well. I've seen things, so it's fine.
Beef, Galaxy, and Luke Fu, I need you to roll me a D100, please.
Oh my god! All right, one.
Okay, fakers time. Oh,
As you are
boy.
passing into the next sea.
75.
Okay.
A pretty decent spread.
38.
Alrighty,
See how
cool.
this works out for us.
Alright, so I'm gonna go through this one by one. As the night begins to wear down and you three go back to your cabins, these effects happen to you. Anew, vines and leaves are now intermingled with your hair and body hair, as you're now basically like half plant. You kind of look like that one person from My Hero Academia with the vine hair.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is, if I use my fire breath, they're cooked.
Something like that. And
Well, I'm like heavily clothed, so.
yeah, you continue to hide it. And Soar, there are about like 3 cats that consistently follow you no matter where you go, and I'm just so curious about you, as animals and children will always know your location and try to follow you.
Honestly, I'm okay with it. Having 3 cats follow, hell yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
and even a
buddies.
couple of rats are starting to follow you as well.
Oh,
And then you try
he's
picking
the
up one of the
fucking-
cats again.
Oh, heck yeah. I
And
tried
as for
picking up one
you,
of the cats.
Glorbo, whenever you speak common, you do so in your common word. Whenever you speak common, no one else hears common. Instead, they hear cat meows. So basically, your norm, instead of English, you're speaking in cat.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate this.
Yeah.
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 And this is all happening as you guys are trying to get to sleep.
I'm gonna try and pick up one of the cats. See if it is friendly or cuddly.
Give me a animal
And-
handling check.
And just as he's trying to pick this up, Glorba will try to speak to him.
Oh my god. Yeah, you have found like one like little orange tabby who is just like looks over to you and just nestles right into your arms and just starts rubbing their face along your brambles, I'll call them.
And as this tabby is
Heck
doing
yeah.
this, Glorba will speak up and try to talk to Sor, and he'll be like, I don't know, trying to say something along the lines of like, "Who are you?" or "I've seen you," or no, I don't know, some sort of like icebreaker.
Is this to the cat or is this a Sora? It's a Sora.
This is to Sora.
Anu would look a little upset with the attention that Sara's getting from the cats. Or a little what's the word? Jealous. It's probably
Envious.
is a better word for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so as Glorbo's trying to talk to you, all you hear is meow meow meow.
I would look confused and wouldn't think anything of it. But I would get up, noticing that. Well, what I noticed that Anu is getting or looks jealous or upset.
Sure. I mean, if you want. I mean, would you try to hide it anew?
Yeah.
All right, deception versus insight again. This is becoming a theme. I'm noticing.
I was gonna say I was
he
gonna,
looks
if I
somewhat
noticed,
perturbed, but you don't know why.
Yeah, I was gonna. Well, I guess this works anyways. I would get up, walk over, and I would hand him the cuddly cat, or try to pass on the cuddly cat to him.
Anu would accept it.
All right, give me an animal handling check with advantage. 12. That's enough. As the cat, you get a second cat in your hands, and it also is like ambivalent towards you, whereas the other one is just like snuggling and nestling on you. And meanwhile,
Anu is going.
We'll go over to Anu.
I would
and
give
try to
one
speak with
over
him.
to him.
Oh, sorry, what was that
So
again?
he has a cat, and then I would give one of them over to him, so he has one and I have one.
Alrighty. Well, right now everyone's got a cat, I'll say. And,
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Anu is going to lie down, and put the cat on his stomach and start petting it as he goes to sleep.
Alrighty. And the cat also just nestles into you, goes to sleep. It's like that one like Looney Tunes cartoon with like the little kitten and like that's pawing on the dog.
Yeah.
Dog
Yep.
That is so good.
And Phoenix, I need you to roll me a D100, please.
Oh, sweet.
Oh,
Okay.
here comes the fakers. Ooh, what's it gonna be?
Meanwhile, Glorbo is going to, before fucking Ainu sits down, he's gonna try to speak to him, not, understanding what's going on, and he doesn't understand why there's a cat now on his person, so he's trying to speak to, Ainu, just before he's like laying down. And now here's this cat that's on top of Glorbo.
Since I'm pretty well versed in the smuggling, do I know what's going on
Oh, with the
the fae magic
me
stuff?
Give me an Arcana check or History check.
Because like, yeah, I'll do that. 15.
All right. You do know that traveling through certain seas, does have a risk of perhaps enacting certain wild magic surges that come off. It's one of the dangers of traveling through the seven seas, as they seem to almost have like small little windows into other realms, such as the fae-wild or the Shadowfell, which you are fairly familiar with.
Yeah. He's going to look at Glorbo, and he's going to tell him, the seas can be a fickle thing with all this magic, this weave. There seems to be some points that where the fabric between two realities, two planes, seem to pass through each other. And it seems we hit one of them, and I cannot understand a thing you're saying to me.
And then he'll just continue just speaking at him, trying to respond, and all that comes out is Jerry.
After a while, he's gonna use one of his hands that just cover his mouth.
So you're hearing this from your room, Fortune. And you're trying to block it out, and you try looking outside your window to see if you can find something to distract you. But something does distract you. What you believe to be a full moon. As your curse is that you believe you've transformed into a Fortune. You have not.
No.
Excuse me? What?
You now believe that you are a werewolf. You are not.
You think
You're
you're
not-
a werewolf.
You're
think
not.
You think you are a werewolf.
So she's going to be just sitting there pondering, how did this life change happen to me? I don't remember.
It's like teen girls who go to Hot Topic for the first time, and they make that in their entire personality.
Excuse
It's an
you,
awakening
as someone
within
who
yourself.
still shops at Hot Topic, I'm offended.
I was just pulling for something. I'm so sorry.
No, stand your ground. You are absolutely correct.
Listen, I will
But okay, so yeah, she's panicking, barricading the door like I can't let
I'm
anyone
just
see
gonna.
me.
as the night goes on, as you just like all separate each other with these different curses, they begin after the hour dwindles away. These curses begin to fade as you drift off to sleep, and the next day comes about. And I need to roll.
Well, that was a rather vivid nightmare.
I need to roll a
So like,
Yeah,
do the cats just like disappear? Or do they just leave the room now?
The
or,
cats
like-
just kind of leave the room, just do their own thing.
Okay.
Kind of slank off to wherever they were.
Alrighty. As you
I
are
am the kitty whisperer.
Not saying a word.
And he wakes up slightly disheartened that the cat was not there when he awoke.
Now, as you are hearing this, you hear some commotion happening above deck. As you look over and you see what appears to be a fairly regal brigand sailing and stopping past your sloop. And there appears to have been a ladder that seems to have come across from one ship to the other in order to let certain people come aboard. And you see... Anyone who wants to see who is boarding onto the ship, give me a perception check.
Can I... With my... I guess I would just have to see
yeah, this
what I
will
can
be
see,
and
then see if I can identify.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
So, Glorbo, Fortune, Sor, and Anu. Yes, even you got it. The DC was very low. You can see this is not just any old ship. This is a Navy vessel. And the people boarding onto the ship are the Navy. And
Sorry, go on.
Oh, yeah?
I was gonna ask, would I be able to tell who it is?
Not by that roll, unfortunately.
Okay.
What about
I
me?
figured as much.
Unfortunately not either.
Nope.
You do see that there is at least a captain of the Navy aboard the ship, but that's coming aboard the ship. That's about it. And you hear some commotion, and Fortune and Glorbo, you hear some commotion coming up above deck. So
Hearing the commotion above deck, if it's her watch, she'll stay. Otherwise, she'll head up.
alrighty. I would say it's probably you can decide whose watch it is amongst the four of you. If someone wants to stay guard.
I would probably stick with the cargo if I'm hearing commotion upstairs.
Yeah.
Because we're
I
paid
will
to guard
also, I will also stay near the cargo.
Okay, then I'll go up with Fortune.
All right.
To, investigate.
She's like, I'm pretty good at handling these kinds of things. Let's see if I can help.
All right. So Glorbo and Fortune head above deck, and you do see Captain Flint as well as the first mate getting boarded, trying to sort of have a conversation with a Navy captain. Let me see if I can find a good picture of a Navy captain.
Yes.
Oh,
That's Pirates of the Caribbean.
It is.
I know that movie.
So you see this this Navy captain who seems to be dressed a lot more regally in nicer clothes than Captain Flint. As he goes, well, this is no... I didn't get any reports of any any mercantile ships heading down this trade route. What seems to be... What are you carrying there, Captain? Oh, you know, just a little bit of supplies over to the village. A little bit of a trade. They got us the people down there asked for a big cargo hold full of supplies that they needed. You heard of war? You have to, you had to use the last of the gold that they had in order to accommodate our services. Since all the wars that's been going on near the island of Tumunzar. All the war's been happening there. You would know. You knew about the war, wouldn't you, Captain? And the captain just sort of stoically looks on and simply just goes, may I see any papers of authorization just to make sure that everything is on the up and up, as you merchants like to call it? As he gives a suspicious squint to the captain. And as the captain is about to basically get... Oh, of course. Basically gets the first mate to try and fetch where the documents are. You are free to step in to try to help out with this negotiation if you wish.
Good day, Captain. I'm assuming there is no problem here. We need to get these supplies there as quickly as possible.
Give me a persuasion check.
Okie dokie, Smokey.
And while she's doing that, can I...
18.
I mean, they visibly look like they're people of higher authority, but would Glorbo kind of have an idea of who these people would be? Even though he's not like totally familiar with humans.
I
but-
would say no in that case. These just seem like regular, like, human authority. You do know that the Navy basically control the seas that, like, inhabit your island, but apart from that, you really don't care a distinct one from the other.
Oh, so it's kind of like all humans kind of look the same.
Or kind something
In
like
a
that.
way.
You can do a perception check to see what else is around the
Okay.
surroundings if you wish.
Perception.
13. Okay, I'll get back to that, Glorbo. Alrighty. Fortune, you notice the captain has, like, ventured his eyes away from Captain Flint and over to you. There's no problem at all, madam, but I suppose you're part of... Are you a fellow merchant as well?
We're here escorting our goods. This is a dangerous place at times. Not everyone is lucky enough to come across the Navy to keep them safe.
I see. Well, I suppose that's very true. The Navy can't be everywhere at once. But when we do show up, we want to make sure that everything is above board, and make sure
Of
that.
course.
And after all, this trade route is rife with smuggling and thievery. I want to make sure these seas are kept safe and clear of that. Wouldn't you agree? That's important.
Of course. Completely. We appreciate everything that you do to keep us safe.
All right.
As this is all happening, I like to imagine Lukfu and I are just sitting down underneath, just playing an intense game of rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and says, if they come down here and ask us questions, just follow my lead. This is not the first time I had to do this.
I would agree and nod and be like, okay. Yep, sounds good.
Just,
All right.
just back me up if you can.
All right. Give me a persuasion or deception check.
Persuasion.
Or
They're
who?
the same.
For Fortune.
Is there either one of them you could give me advantage with, Glorbo? I mean, I have proficiency in both, but advantage is always helpful.
I could give you a slight advantage in perception with a 4.
Persuasion.
No, persuasion. So you don't have a little blue check mark next to persuasion?
All right.
No.
No worries.
And, okay, well then...
Oh, I should
let's
have
go
went up
for...
with you. I do.
But we need a good liar down there with the crew, with the cargo too, so... So I'll just go for deception. Oh!
Oof.
Deception. Where?
Alrighty. So with that in mind,
Sucks.
the first mate does come back with where you can only assume to be counterfeit legal documents that the captain's going to look over. He looks between the records and then between the first mate, the captain, and you, Fortune, and then goes, right. Well, this seems to be all right, but suppose you wouldn't mind us checking your cargo, would you not? Make sure that, because we did hear a report about stock going missing from a nearby naval base. So I just want to make sure that there's nothing on there that matches the descriptions, you see. Of course, please.
She's gonna ever so subtly kind of glance at the captain.
He gives a bit of a grin. Of course. Please make your way below deck. But you'll have to forgive we have a bit of security down there, so you'll have to converse with them first. And then the captain will send 2 guards down there in order to inspect the goods.
Mm-hmm.
Now, while this is going on, Glorbo, you notice another ship is coming in from the horizon. And seems to be getting closer. You can't quite make out what the flag is from this distance, but it does pique your interest, as it seems to be coming in sort of like the opposite way of like sort of is coming from where you're going in particular.
Oh, so it's like coming from Tumanzar?
Yeah, Tumanzar, or at least like from that area.
Oh, okay. So, I want to try to be able to see it a little bit better, and I want to look through my stuff just to quickly see if there's anything that can help me.
Do you have a spyglass?
I don't know.
It would be in your
What's the
equipment.
problem?
If not, I'll give you one more perception check.
Fuck, I do not.
You could see a spare spyglass on the deck that you could grab, and it'll give you a perception.
Glorbo grabs the spare spyglass and tries to attempt to see this ship.
All right,
that's off
give
in the
me a
distance.
perception check with advantage.
Awesome. There.
19. So with that check, you get a closer look at the ship. You do notice that it seems to be some kind of sloop, much like your vessel, and a lot like your vessel, and done more openly. There's a black flag hanging from above the mast, a Jolly Roger, a pirate flag.
Okay. At this point, after seeing this Jolly Roger, I will try to get Fortuna's attention by like, you know, since Glorbo is like half her size, he's gonna try to like tug on her like coattails or whatever. I don't remember what you said for like,
Her jacket. So she kind of turns her head and looks down at you with one eyebrow going up, like, huh?
I have something I need to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to look at that ship. Off in the distance, it has a Jolly Roger.
Just
Really?
whispering to
She kind of,
Fortuna.
because she's kind of like leaned down. So she holds her hand out, motioning towards the spyglass. May I?
Mm-hmm.
So she'll take it and take her own look. So I'm assuming perception.
Yes, that would be a perception check with advantage.
Ah,
14. That's still... You do see much of what Glorbo did point out, that it is a sloop and it has a Jolly Roger on it. From what details you can make out of it, you do see that it has both a humanoid skull and a goblin skull on it.
Oh.
What that means, you're not entirely sure.
That's
It's
where
cutting
I
over
am.
to a scene of Look Fu and I acting like we're in Dumb and Dumber, just like bantering with each other, causing an absolute fucking ruckus.
You want to hear you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
Literally, him and I and Dumb and Dumber just bantering about.
I can imagine fucking sore fucking going, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world? And he just screeches, opens his jaw.
I'd be like,
Fire comes out.
hey,
I'm the
check this
straight
out,
man in
as
that
I would spew a
situation.
tiny
Oh my
flame in
God.
front of me.
All right,
I tried to make smoke signals.
and it's like that bit from Lord of the Rings, the first one, where they're making like this little smoke illusions, like the little ring and the little shit going through it with the pipe weed.
Yep.
And as you're doing this, you notice that two people in a navy regalia are coming down the stairs towards the storage area. Each of them carrying a cutlass and a shield.
I'm afraid that one's off limits.
By order of the Navy, we need you to stand down immediately. So we can do a thorough investigation.
I understand that, but that's our quarantine area.
If-
We've got sick men with the plague in there.
Give me a deception check.
Can you help me out on this?
I should be able to, but I'm not like. I don't have an advantage with it.
Yeah.
So
So
it's like, oh,
So you're
I'll
not.
try
You're
and
not.
persuade.
Okay.
yeah. So
You're not,
I don't have.
so
I don't have a
references-
check
You're
mark
not
with
deception.
it.
You're not deception. Okay.
But no,
So
I'm
this-
persuasion, but I'm not
I
deception.
got a 19 anyways.
19.
Oh, damn.
What the fuck kind of crew does? What the fuck? Oh, all right, fine. We won't go in there. We'll just keep. All right. Do you know where your storage area is then?
This is kind of out of character. Is our storage? We have like our cargo in one area, and then we have different cargo in another.
Yeah, you can have like your own supplies in like a different room.
I mean, then like, so we have the cargo that we're guarding in one area, and then like we have a separate area for like the general cargo of like the ship and whatever else.
Yeah.
So like our contraband is in one room, and then just generals in another. So like
Yes.
if we
Yeah, above board
mention
stuff
an
and
emotion,
the
okay.
below board stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So then I would try and persuade them and guide them over to the other room with the general cargo.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check. With advantage because of that successful deception. 25.
Oh damn.
Go.
Good thing you got that in. Very well. And the guards will be led to the general storage area by you, and they'll look through each of the barrels, and they'll make sure there's no Navy emblem on any of the barrels. And it seems to just be general food supplies, like, you know, a couple of like rags, citrus, and like a few potatoes here and there. Like general pirate shit. As they look back to you. Alright. Thank you. Seems to be in order. As they make their way up the stairs and look down to you. Oh, and by the way, if any of you see any smugglers or pirates running around, you be sure to let us know, yes?
Will do,
Will
officer.
do.
Alright, and before we wrap up that, we'll see. We're going to do a hard cut from that over to Fortuna and Glorbo. See that the enemy pirate ship is now closely approaching you.
Or would it be to determine, like, if the best tactical course of action is to tell the Navy about the pirate or not?
That would be an insight check.
Insight, okay. Oh, fuck.
You really have no idea, since this is a very stressful situation, so the Navy might either be on your side, or they might see you as fellow pirates and attack you. Or they might misconstrue the situation, or maybe see you as pirates along with them. It's hard to tell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, you actually have the same insight. That's pretty cool. Glorbo, you, with your rational mind that tends to basically be like, okay, I need to basically be as calm and collected as possible, as much as I can. You notice, you get the idea that, like, if you were to say, frame this as like a pirate ship attacking a mercantile vessel, then the Navy would probably offer their assistance to help you.
Okay. So would this be like, oh shit, I don't know. How would you do this?
If you want to try to convince the Navy captain to see, like, listen, I see a pirate ship on board here. Would you be able to help us? That would be a persuasion check. If you want to have someone else do it, you can let that player know, and they can do that check instead.
All right, I'll do that. I'll give the information to Fortuna so she can do that, and so she can inform the Navy, or at least inform fucking Captain Flint.
Yep, so...
Can we also do it to where I follow the two guards up, so I'm now up on the top deck with them, too?
I can allow that, sure. As you sort of make sure,
shit,
just like, you know, no going back now. You're sort of like the security just being like the bouncers at the front of the door.
Mm-hmm. Escorting them back up, yep.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I see Sora, or fuck, Sora come up from the deck, and I motion him to join me and fucking Fortuna, and I try to like relay the information in like a whispering manner, like, hey, there's a potential pirate ship coming towards us, and we need to either let the fucking Navy know, or at least somehow convince them to do whatever.
Then give me a stealth check if that's all right.
Shit. Okay. Shit. Stealth check for Glorbs. Right.
I believe in you.
Stealth check.
I believe in you.
Stealth. Oh fuck, I'm not proficient.
Yo, 19.
All right.
You're able to keep this under enough hush tones where the Navy does not pick up on this.
I'll crouch down just so he's able to tell me.
Okay, so I relay the information to him, and then what do you guys want to do for this?
So,
Fortune, if she had somebody telling her, backing her up, she probably would decide to tell the captain and the other captain.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm-
That works.
Then give me two. How would you say this? Because you are the acting sort. I will allow you to make a convincing argument.
With that, I will also make my way over towards her to give her that support too, just
Okay.
like during the conversation.
She would once again look up, make an obvious motion of looking and studying it for a moment. Captain, looking at the naval captain, and then nods to her captain. I believe your presence here is the most good fortune we could have ever wished for. It seems we have a pirate approaching us.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
And
One, because you're getting assisted by Soar,
persuasion.
and two, because there's an actual pirate ship coming this way.
Yes.
16, that's
Could I
good.
also roll as well?
16.
Well, if you're giving aid, then you would be...
Yeah,
then you're already basically using... I'll allow...
Yeah.
Because of the situation, I'll allow you to also roll as well. It's also with advantage of 17. So the both of your arguments together were able to get the naval captain to look up and see the pirate ship approaching. By the gods, the Lasher pirates! All hands on deck, men!
It becomes
Can
a
I have a
fucking
history
scene.
roll on that, please?
Yeah, go ahead and roll a history check.
Okay, so 21. Okay.
All right, Glorbo, you can also... All you guys can roll as well, who are on the deck.
Shit.
Oof. It goes right in one ear and out the other.
Yep. Glorbo...
9.
Glorbo and Soar are just more making sure that the Navy aren't going to let the Navy don't find out about this ruse, whereas or like getting ready for combat in particular rather than knowing what these guys are. Whereas you, Fortune, being knowing your background, you know the Lasher pirates are a combination of human and goblin savage warriors that became a pirate crew, and they are mainly known for pillaging, killing, and all the horrible shit that I cannot say on Twitch that pirates do.
Goblin Slayer episode 1.
Goblin Slayer episode 1.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Aptly with a goblin character. Hooray!
Yeah.
Let's
Oh,
go!
And as you hear the and as you see the ship approaching, you then see it go up beside your mercantile ship, and you hear an order in common from what appears to be a goblin captain.
Surrender your goods now, or be sunk down to Adela's brace.
And I think at this point, the naval captain is going to stand up and go, I think you should surrender now, you scoundrel, or face the wrath of the Navy. And with that, the goblin screeches out in the goblin language and goes, Fire! As cannon fires go off, as fire and splintered wood goes off on the ship, and we're going to wrap up our session there. As next time is going to be combat. Alright, so how was your first D&D experience, guys?
Very fun session.
Yeah,
It's very fun.
there was a lot of like banter, more than I realized there would be. Which I'm all for that. I love that kind of shit. So for all of you guys who have social media channels, where can the good people find you, and what are you guys going to be up to? Well, we'll start with you, Galaxy.
As of right now, only place I'm really active is on Twitch. With plans of other things at some point soon, mayhaps. But even then, I've been too busy with school work and actual work that I haven't really been able to post anything. So,
Aw, man.
if you need me or want to get in touch with me somewhere, mostly just interact with some of these other people here, and I'll be around there every once in a while.
Right on. And Luke Fu, what are you up to?
I mainly stream on Twitch. I haven't been really doing anything on it recently, but I do have plans of streaming my own Pathfinders session as a first-time DM
Ooh.
in the next coming Tuesday.
Okay, well, everyone look out for that on Luke Fu's channel. And the Beefster, what are you up to, my friend?
Well, you know, I'm also here on that good old Twitch and across social media platforms, all under Beef for Less, YouTube, Instagram, I guess, kind of, sort of. Well, yeah, for art, which I want to get back into, and more content on YouTube involving oh god, anime stuff, and kind of like what do you call it, where you dive into like
A retrospective?
shows, not quite a retrospective, more just like 2 cents, or just like here's a little
video
thesis video essay, or here's 2 cents on whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like mini video essay or video essay shit on
Just
some,
having a
anime.
chat, to having a vibe.
Yeah, kind of, and whatever else that piques my interest.
Right on. And Phoenix, are you up to anything in particular, or do you have any social media you want to promote? Or anything you want to promote?
No. You don't see me, you don't know who I am, you don't find me.
You are you're a mystery to everyone. I can respect that.
You are an enigma.
Wrapped in a mystery.
Mom, on my own mind.
just like the Riddler, you are Ed Enigma.
Played by Jim Carrey.
Yep. Alright, and you can find me over at twitch.tv/DustinJaKenji. And you can find me at twitter.com/DustinJaKenji, and my YouTube account at youtube.com/MediaDusk. I've not been doing a lot, admittedly. I think this weekend's been the most active I've been for a while now. But you can usually see me here on Friday nights playing Baldur's Gate 3 with Beef for Less. And now we're hoping to do on a semi-regular basis, DMing this campaign, Tales of the Central Isles. At least however long we'll have this for. I'm not sure how long. This could be a short campaign, this could be a long one. I have no fucking clue. But I'm having a lot of fun with it.